Então estamos com os Asian Dub Foundation na RUA FM. Hello guys. I saw you're talking to people listening in RUA FM, which can also be online. So you might be being heard all over the world. First of all, how did it go?
Really good, really good. And we're doing a lot of new stuff. We've got a new vibe with the group. You know, we've kind of like smashed it for the new era. And this was probably our second proper gig doing some of this stuff.
Okay.
And so I think it went down very well. And I think it's really coming together, and it was really lovely of the people here, you here, to give us the opportunity and to ask us to play and to give us such a great response. It was lovely.
I'm a witness because I have been dancing the whole concert. So you started in 1994?
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
That's the thing. I was going to ask you. I think you had different collectives, different ensembles. Was that just the way life goes, or it was for artistic reasons, or?
Well, I partly think it's almost built into the ADF DNA. It's not really like other bands, because we weren't like all mates that came together at college or whatever. You know, it wasn't like that. It was an education project to begin with, and it was. I mean, I was a kind of workshop tutor, you know, and our original MC Dida came to the workshops that our original bass player ran. So, and this carries on. You know, the whole thing about it was that for people of, I suppose, at the beginning, ethnic minority backgrounds, particularly Asian, to talk about real things that were actually happening. I mean, it's not quite so specific as that now, obviously, but that is an important thing about Asian Dub Foundation, that the generation of now meets an earlier generation and comes together to talk about real stuff going on, you know what I mean? So I do think it actually is, it's part of what the band does, you know?
Because dub message and reggae message, and it's still important these days, or?
Well, yeah, but I mean, reggae is one of the original rebel musics in all fronts, you know what I mean? It's actually one of the best articulated rebellious music, and it also has the experimental edge to push music on. I mean, I think, you know, if we look at every kind of music, if we look at grime or drill, hip hop, whatever, you got the MC, you got the DJ, you got the producer, you know, the argument is that it started in Jamaica, you know what I mean? Some people dispute that. Dispute that, but I think that the MC and the DJ and the producer as the artist, this was all built into reggae. Also, the exclusive, the remix.
Yes.
That's where that started with reggae, the version, you know, the version, you know. So that's built into us, but it's not just a case of imitating an old sound. We kind of grow it, flower it, and allow new things to enrich it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And that's where these guys come in.
Exactly.
You know,
that's why they're. Okay. Yeah. And before I let you go, I read it somewhere that. You kind of refuse to be a curiosity, like you refuse to be like a group of different backgrounds, different colors.
No, that's very important
just
too.
Like
we don't want to remind people of their holiday trip to Goa.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? We're not there to be a kind of like pretty exotic sort of like little plaything. You know, that's always been very much a part.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
And then I remember. What came to my mind was like a collage, like if you were a wall made of tiles, but it's a wall made of tiles doesn't move, right? So it's there just to be like a decoration, and that's what you don't want to be. You want to be active. You want to.
Wow, this is a metaphor a second, isn't it?
See?
It's great. We are not a wall of immovable tiles.
Is it?
Especially not ones you buy from B&Q, right? No, you probably don't have that here.
No, that's the
Sorry,
thing.
from a tile shop.
No, exactly. That's the metaphor. So you want to be. No, we are, you want to cause a change.
We're not tiles. We're not stiff tiles. So what are we?
We're malleable objects. We're water. We're water. We can go in any.
We're a flood and a tidal wave. How about that? Rather than tiles.
See,
We're not tiles. We're tidal. How about that?
So you want to change things. or you want to, your message is things must change, right? So
Well,
hence the not being no tiles don't
they are
change.
changing. Is that a Bob
You see?
Dylan song?
The tiles. The tile
So,
is
the tiles they are changing. All right, look, come on. You asked a serious question. Yeah.
I did. Is it too late for philosophy?
No, never,
No?
never.
Alright.
I don't know. I'm talking about tiles. Tiles is pretty.
No, because do you understand? Like, my idea was that you're all pretty colorful and, again, as you said, exotic. But you don't want to be like just something to decorate.
No, absolutely not.
you
No,
want
no,
to
no, 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 no.
provoke, you
It's
want
good.
to
What you're
cause-
saying is absolutely right. Yeah, we want to kick up a storm. I think. Look, I think the thing is about Asian Dub Foundation. We called it a conscious party, right?
Exactly.
It's like, yeah, it talks about real stuff, but it makes you feel good about thinking about it. You know what I mean? It's like you're partying with your fist in the air. You know what I mean?
That's like with tracks like Riot Nation. One of the, I think you'll see with the new album, the song titles kind of let you know the direction we're continuing to go in with a new sound. Because we've got, tracks like Riot Nation, which is talking about rallying together against sort of, I guess, oppression. And it kind of does it in a joyful way where people are, creates a community around it, so to speak. Then you got tracks like Flight Risk, which Chow is on, which is talking about, I guess, the idea of being stereotyped and picked, So through all these songs, people will find their struggle in them and feel less alone, and that's kind of
Because they can relate to them.
This is it. Yeah. And all we're doing is just we're using a more current music palette to create the same message ultimately, and that's what and I'd say for myself, I come from more of a hip hop rap background, and Chow comes from more of a grime background, so that's why we sort of pair, and it kind of works well. We complement each other on tracks, and it works well.
Yeah, I think we're moving in some very new directions as well. I don't think we've ever done anything like a track like the one that Kron sings on, which is Old Gods. I don't know if you checked that one. It's a very deep, almost Indian classical thing, but with a really heavy London sub bass. You know what I mean? And it's slightly frightening. I mean, it came out of a vibe that I got from some of my relatives in India. See, in a way, it goes back to what you're saying about the decorative, hippie kind of stuff.
Exactly, yes.
I mean, for me personally, and I know for other members of Asian Dub, for Nathan, and for older members, we didn't like this hippie association. And like we're doing with Old Gods, we're doing something which is a really ancient musical form. But it's menacing, you know what I mean? It's actually even slightly scary. And like, what Kron does is pull it back to the streets of London, but at the same time it's sitting on this almost ancient sort of Indian tradition of music, which is actually quite menacing. The frightening old gods, when you were frightened of gods rather than in, see what I mean?
Yes.
That
was beautiful. And is it still easy to make people dance these days?
Ask them.
Yeah, that's not up to us, is it really?
I think it is.
You just said you
I
danced,
think
yeah?
people. Yes,
Yeah.
I think people are eager.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, well, certainly this crowd. This was a fantastic crowd. We haven't played.
that's
We haven't
what we
played
wanted
in.
to hear.
Yeah, I mean, we're realistic. We know that we're actually pushing something. We're pushing the band on. This isn't the same band that you've seen for the past 7 years doing, in effect, the same set. We did the same set for 7 years. We haven't done an album in like 7 years, you know what I mean? So it's definitely time to kind of, hey, come on, and for them to give us a chance to listen and to get into the new stuff and then rock out to the old stuff. Couldn't ask for more, really.
Okay. And
we
couldn't ask for more either. Okay,
Well,
so
I'm
thank
really
you so
glad you
much
enjoyed it. That's
for this
fantastic.
interview. Thank you very much.